So there's some crazy shits in this world, just some crazy shit happening all the time. And this is one of those times. This man, this boy, man, whatever, 25 years old British man, uh, invested in cryptocurrency. Now, we all did that, but this particular investment led him to a 2 year jail sentence. How is that possible, you might ask? Because right there, he doesn't look too happy. This is not the face of a man that has successfully invested in much of anything, I would say, except for the time it takes to grow bangs. So, congrats on that, because that is a time commitment. So, I actually kind of feel pretty bad for this story, and it kind of makes me sad, but nonetheless, it happened, and we got to kind of talk about it, right? So he's a British groom to be because he had met this woman online, assuming it was a real woman, like a real human being. I'm not talking about gender. I'm talking about a real human being. Met her online, and from Singapore, and was going to marry her. So, he took his lots of his money, right? He's a charity worker and he's 25. And he said he naively converted his life savings into a bogus digital cash investment. I have peanut butter all over my mouth. What a beast I am. A bogus digital cash investment. And it was not a good thing. So, less than an hour after finding out that he had lost the lot in a con, it was a crypto con, he grabbed an unloaded air pistol and tried to hold up a Loca Bodega style store. So he ran in, this is wild, and said, "Give me the money, give me the money, give me the money." And I think what's even wilder about this is he says, "I have a gun." Now, if you rolled up on me, even if I was holding, anything fancy that I own, a Rolex or whatever, and someone's like, "I have a gun, give me your Rolex," I'd be like, "Okay, done." Say no mas. I don't need to tug a war with you. I don't need to prove if it's a real gun or not. I don't want your credentials. You say you got a gun, you want something from me, you can have it. Because it's the risk to reward ratio is just not there for me. It always blows my mind when something like this happens and someone like has a gun or whatever, and like they fight the person, or like a purse, right? And like someone comes and rob the purse, and like they're like fighting off the attacker, even though the attacker has like a knife or something like that. I'm like, just give him the shit, buy new shit. That's just me. Okay, so all right, so he grabs his freaking gun and he goes over there. Hold on, we got French toast that's just done. Okay, it's anabolic French toast, by the way. Your boy's been tracking his macros, so it's like egg whites in some low calorie bread with some like stevia. It's actually fairly good. Okay, all right. Less than an hour after finding out that he had lost the lot in a con is when he did this. Okay, so the video footage shows him wearing all black, right there, right, and a scarf and his sunglasses. Looks like some sort of like Invisible Man sketch. And he goes in, and I'm not making fun of this because this is really, really terrible, but he goes in and says, "Give me all your money." But the thing that I find really, really funny and like badass funny is that the two male staffers ignored that threat. They're like, "No," just like, "No." And they locked up the cash and then walked around and freaking tackled him. So, like, that's number one. That's an owner. That's an owner mentality right there. I guarantee you those are not employees. That is a owner. That's some owner shit right there. And I love to see it. So they went around, tackled the guy, and you could see Crosby, who's the poor little 25-year-old, which once again, I feel bad for him in this whole thing. And I feel bad for everybody involved for sure. Desperately trying to get back outside for the store just for the workers to keep grabbing hold of him, eventually hauling him back inside for a citizen's arrest. Now, citizen's arrest is not something that you hear every day. I haven't heard of a citizen's arrest maybe ever, I don't think I've ever heard of that. I think I've heard of the term. Don't think I've ever heard of actually someone whipping out a citizen's arrest. So the store owner picked up a broken oh, look, see, it's the owner, right? See, you knew it. You knew that's not like a 9 to 5 employee kind of stuff. Picked up a broken broom handle because he feared for his life, but also they handled that. They handled that shit for sure. Cosby initially claimed it had been a joke when the cops arrived. And you can see right here, this is the footage. They said the first time offender eventually admitted to attempted robbery and possessing a firearm. So this is when it gets kind of, in my opinion, all, white privilegey, if you will. He said he wasn't thinking straight at the time because he'd lost his money, that he needed to wed a Singapore woman he met online, his attorney said. Ironically, the planned wedding had to be scrapped because of his arrest. I think that's fair. However, the engagement is still on. So, I guess there's kind of a little bit of a silver lining, happy ending to this story. He escaped getting locked up with this is the white privilege part. With a 2-year prison sentence, suspended for 2 years, meaning he does not have to serve it behind bars if he remains out of trouble in that time. They accepted his kind of complaint. He went over there and he was like, hey, sorry, I had some mental turmoil going on. And I feel like we've all been in mental turmoil. Doesn't make me grab a gun and hold up a gas station and make 2 people scared to death. But, that's just me. Maybe y'all all manifest your mental turmoil in different ways. He said he committed an impulsive act in response to the loss of all his savings. You must have been in a state of crisis to have acted in such a desperate manner, with thoughts swinging from taking your own life to committing financial crime to get yourself out of the situation. The attorney, or the judge, said that. So that's the judge. Once again, giving me some high white privilege vibes in this story, but very, very, very crazy. What do you think? Let's just play this out. How much I would like to hear in the comments. How much money do you think he lost? Number 1, and how would you have done this differently? Number 2, would you have held up a store? And honestly, a lot of people in the crypto world have lost a ton. I have a friend that lost hundreds of thousands of dollars, and this is not what they did. They got drunk instead. So you tell me how you would deal with losing lots of your life savings. Okay. Y'all are the best. We are doing a lot of fun things on this channel, talking about scams, talking about cryptocurrency, talking about real estate. Got a lot of real estate videos about to drop like it's hot. So thank you for watching. And like I said, give me your opinions on this. And do you like these videos? Do you want me to keep on going? Shall I keep on covering fun crypto scams and or not fun crypto scams and crazy Airbnb stories and tips and tricks about entrepreneurship? Let me know. All right. Thanks for watching.